Hi, today we are going to look at a basic difference between being on police bail and being released under investigation, commonly known as RUI. Now, quite understandably, if someone is under criminal investigation, this can be a very stressful experience. Your brain is processing all the potential negative outcomes. The stakes are high if the allegation is serious enough. One is looking at a potential prison time, loss of reputation, criminal record, and loss of job if children are involved, potential interference by the or intervention by the social services. If one has an immigration status, then the criminal investigation can have a very deep impact on your immigration status. Now, so therefore, when you are dealing with such a situation, a person has to be very mindful, and he needs to be very careful because the stakes are high. Now, normally, when someone is arrested and the matter still needs further investigation, the police will release a person on what's called police bail. Now, police bail usually involves a time, a date, and a police station is given when a person is supposed to come back and report to the police station again. That's called answering the bail. Now, usually conditions are attached to the bail, such as not to contact prosecution witnesses or the complainants, not to attend certain addresses, to have to abide by the condition of curfew, so to surrender your passport, not to travel abroad, not to go near the ports, etc., 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 depending on the nature of the case. Now, usually 3 month bail is given from the police station, which is normally approved by the custody sergeant. Eventually, if if the police officers need a further extension, that is authorized by the inspector and the superintendent. And eventually, if they need more time, more than 9 months, then they have to go to the court to get the court orders to extend the bail. Now, that is one process. The other thing is in 2017, the legislators realized maybe it's too stressful. If the police officers are under too much pressure, they have a certain time frame within which they have to conclude their tasks, and essentially people are on bail, they have conditions to abide by. So let's create a regime called release and investigation. So one is arrested, then he's released from the custody without time or date, without any conditions, and the investigation will keep on going on. And if the police or the authorities realize there's not enough evidence, they will no further action, NFA, the matter, as in close the matter. Or if they think they have enough evidence which crosses the threshold where the prosecution should take place, then a letter is sent out with a charge sheet to the defendant at his home address. That's called postal requisition. Now, the downside. The downside is when you are on police bail, obviously you have conditions, and it creates a lot of stress. But being released under investigation creates some different sort of problems. Say, for example, there is no pressure on the officers to conclude the investigation in a short period of time. So what will happen is nobody's chasing up on the authorities, like what is the outcome of the case. Now, if the case has been no further action, nobody knows about it, and in back of your head one is still struggling or feeling an anxiety, what's happening, and no one has chased the officers or chased the case, and no one has realized that actually the case has been dropped. Now, the other possibility, like a person has been charged and nobody's chasing up, small misunderstanding, the letters get misplaced, the letters never arrive, or a person changes the address, court date comes, a person misses the court date, now he's traveling to another country, or he's on the airport or one of the ports, he's sitting in his office, he's at his home address, not ready, and then he'll realize the police officers will come to arrest him because he missed the court date. So essentially the warrants are issued, and in these cases the police job is to take the person, keep them at the police station, and then present them at the court the next day. So imagine the sudden this shock, like you're not ready for it, and essentially a person is taken to the court next day, and if it's a serious allegation, and suddenly like you have to answer that answer to the charges straight away. So my point is, when one is being released in an investigation, it's extremely important. Someone needs to chase up on the case periodically. If there is no further action, it has to be documented, and it has to be penned down, and you have to know about it. And if the investigation has been concluded against a person, like as if the evidence is there, then again, the person should know about it. This is very critical. However, thank you. I wish you guys good time. If you have any questions, and if you need to, if you want our help, feel free to call us and get in touch with us at Moeen Khan Solicitors. Thank you very much. Bye.